good at painting. Eo về đề này khó đấy. Just 1 minute to me to think about the persons who have painting. So famous persons or some painting thing. My mother đi. Okay. I like to talk about my mother who I think that she is good at planting things. She is talent at planting family events, holidays, and even our money purchase. Whenever we travel, she puts everything in advance, including transportation, accommodations, and place to visit. She usually makes a checklist and compares price online, prepare packs up plans in case something gone wrong. I think she good at planning because she pays attention to details and always think ahead. Thanks to her careful preparation, our family trips are usually smooth and stress-free. I hope that I can become as organized as she in the future.
Thank you! That was a good description of your mother's organizational skills. Let's move on to part 3. What types of plans do people often make with friends and family?
I think people often make short plans to come with friends and family because they just spend their time to do anything they want, so it's suitable to make short plans like going shopping and go cinema, coffee shops, and have a gathering in dinner.
That's a realistic answer. Just a small point. Instead of come with, it's usually better to say get together with. And instead of make short plans, you could say make spontaneous plans. Here is the next question. What is your opinion on whether parents should teach their children to help with housework?
I think that is play to an important role to present their children to help with housework because in big family, household chore is difficult to deliver to many people. So when they become adult, they need skill to know how to clean their house, how to cooking, and if parents teach them when they try is small, I think it can improve their skill in the future and make them maybe have a convenience. Oh no, I'm sorry. I think it's more well and organized life in the future.
That's a very solid point about building essential life skills. To improve, try to use phrases like plays an important role instead of play to an important role, and chores instead of house chore. Let's move on to the next question. How can children help their parents at home?
I think children can help their parents in some small household chore.
That's a good general answer. To make it more descriptive, you could give specific examples like tidying up their toys, setting the table, or helping to clear dishes after meals. Moving on to the next question. Do you agree that it's important for everyone in a family to help at home?
Yes, of course. I think that everyone's have responsible to have to do housework because uh, you know that in Vietnam most of household chores is accomplished by mom, a mother or grandmother. So it means that it's not freedom. No, equal. So I think it's very important to people can deliver the housework. So maybe children can have some small things and give a hand to do some small activity and maybe father or some like men in family can do some big like heavy thing in a house to share household with a woman.
That's a fantastic perspective on promoting equality within the family. To refine your language, you could say everyone has a responsibility instead of everyone's have responsible, and equal instead of freedom when talking about sharing the workload. Moving to the next question. Should students do community service? Why?
I think it depends on the manage of time because I think that with some student lacks of time to these individuals needs like sleeping or have a break with in the study so they don't have to do some volunteer but with someone have many time and they want to spend its time for the community and have social better they can do some volunteer in the local or maybe have some volunteer in other area.
That's a thoughtful approach that emphasizes individual schedules. To polish your language, you could say it depends on their time management skills instead of depend on they manage of time, and use phrases like community contribution instead of social pattern. Let's move on to the next question. What kinds of help do people need when they start a new job?
For my perspective, I haven't ever do a job, so I think that's a kind of help to people need when they start a job is some warm activity like shares about these responsible and teach them about some rule of company. I think so.
That's a very good answer, and it's completely understandable that you haven't had personal work experience yet. To enhance your vocabulary, you could describe that warm activity as orientation and mention learning about company policies. Here is the next question. Is it necessary for employees to ask their manager for help?
Yes, of course, because I think that some big problem will no, I think more wrong in the job can result a big problem in the future. So it's necessary for employer to ask their manager for help because if they just do by themselves, if have the wrong or mistake, the I think the effects impact on future is very strong. I think so.
That makes a lot of sense. Preventing mistakes before they escalate is crucial. Just a quick correction. You used the word employer, but you likely meant employee, and estimate nature probably meant reach out to the manager. Here is your final part 3 question. Do you agree or disagree that many people will lose their jobs because of AI?
I think it's depend on type of job because with some job related to persons or humans like teaching or maybe doctor, nurse, and maybe some related to health and patients. It is difficult to AI to do that job because it's related to the health of the human. But some job related to like repetitive jobs in the company, in the factory, it's easy to AI can do it. And maybe someone like translator maybe can lose their job because nowadays AI have improved their vocabulary and strongly about the logic of sentence, so it's easy to
That's a very perceptive conclusion, distinguishing well between roles that require human empathy and those involving automation. Now, let's look at your overall performance. You demonstrated good fluency and the ability to express your ideas clearly in most of the questions, providing thoughtful and well-reasoned answers. Your vocabulary was generally appropriate, though incorporating more idiomatic expressions or less common vocabulary could push your score higher. Grammatically, you were mostly accurate, with clear attempts to use complex structures, though there were occasional minor slip-ups with prepositions or word forms. Based on your responses today, I estimate your overall band score would fall in the band 6.5 to 7.0 range. Thank you for your effort, and I hope this feedback is helpful for your preparation.